Welcome, everyone, to the F1 Blog's YouTube channel.
Great to be here.
Today, we're really diving deep into all the Formula One buzz, especially after the Bahrain Grand Prix and looking ahead, of course, to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, isn't there?
Definitely. You sent us a whole load of articles from F1 blogs, and we've sifted through them to pull out the really key stuff. Our mission, really, is to try and understand what's happening inside that McLaren team. You know, the dynamics between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris seem, well, quite different right now.
It's fascinating, yeah, how that whole story is unfolding, especially within a top team. It raises so many questions like, how will they manage it? And what does it mean for everyone else?
Exactly. So let's jump straight into Bahrain then. Pretty huge weekend, wasn't it? Especially for Oscar Piastri.
Oh, absolutely. He was just in a class of his own, really.
2 wins, 2 poles already this season. That's quite a start.
It really is. And you kind of saw it coming, didn't you? Flashes of it in Australia, China, Japan, maybe even some team order hints back then.
Could be.
But Bahrain, that was just, as one of the F1 blog's pieces put it, a complete blowout. Total dominance.
It makes you wonder what exactly clicked for him there.
Yeah.
You know, with the car on that track.
Yeah.
And there was that slightly weird thing with the TV coverage, too. Did you read about that? How they didn't initially show his victory lap or celebration.
I saw something about that, yeah. The suggestion was maybe it's his personality, that sort of direct, cold, and calm description they used.
It's a strange thought, isn't it, that a driver's demeanor might influence the broadcast feed. But, okay, back to the driving.
Right.
Finishing, what was it, over 15 seconds ahead of George Russell? That's a massive statement.
It absolutely is. Shows incredible control, incredible pace. And then he comes out and says it's the best car on the grid. That tells you everything about his confidence right now.
Total confidence. Okay, but then you look at the other side of the garage. Lando Norris. A totally different story from Bahrain.
Yeah, quite the contrast. He was really open about it too, wasn't he? Feeling disconnected, like he didn't have the key on the circuit.
He even compared it to last year, 2024, saying back then he felt like he could just find lap time whenever he needed it. Perfection, he called it.
And now, not so much. He listed off all the issues in Bahrain, didn't he? The qualifying penalty, that slow restart, couldn't make the overtake stick.
Yeah, just painted a picture of someone really fighting the car, not flowing with it.
Exactly. That quote, soy yo, es el coche, algo no encaja. You know, is it me? Is it the car? Something doesn't fit. That uncertainty really came through.
It did. And he talked about how last season he felt on top of the car, but now something's just not clicking. Even the Australia win, he said, didn't feel quite right, not comfortable.
Which explains why he's apparently spending so much time with the engineers trying to nail down what's going on.
Makes sense. You have to, right?
Absolutely. And it doesn't sound like his belief in his own driving has gone. But that connection, that confidence in the car, that seems to be the missing piece right now.
Yeah, that predictability you need to really push hard.
Crucial.
And McLaren, they seem to know there's an issue. Andrea Stella, the team principal, admitted that some changes to the car might have complicated life for Lando.
Right, and that they're working on it. Zach Brown was supportive too, pointing out Norris looked quick on lap 1, before the penalty hit.
That team support is important, isn't it? So the driver doesn't feel like it's all on them.
Definitely. And Stella's comment is interesting. It suggests maybe the car's development has just shifted away slightly from what Norris prefers in terms of handling.
Which leads us right into this whole dynamic, doesn't it? Piastri, comfortable, confident. Norris, struggling, mentioning substeer specifically.
Yep. One of the F1 blog's articles really highlighted that. Piastri seems maybe more adaptable, whereas Norris has always preferred a car that rotates more oversteer.
And that difference, adaptability versus a specific preference, that could be huge as the season goes on, couldn't it?
It really could. If one driver just gels better with the car's core characteristics, that's an advantage. Substeer, that tendency for the front to wash out, is really unsettling if you want a sharp turn-in.
Makes it hard to be precise.
Exactly.
And then there's the championship angle. Two super competitive teammates potentially taking points off each other.
The classic F1 dilemma.
Could that accidentally help someone like Verstappen, assuming Red Bull get their act together?
It's definitely a risk for McLaren. That internal fight, if it gets too intense, can mean missed opportunities overall. Managing that is going to be, key for them going forward.
Let's look at those standings quickly. It's actually Norris leading right now, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Norris on 77 points, Piastri right behind on 74.
Then Verstappen on 69, Russell on 63. It's tight.
It's incredibly tight. And it shows, despite Norris's Bahrain issues, both McLaren drivers are ahead of Verstappen right now. That says a lot about the car's baseline performance.
Absolutely. Okay, so shifting gears. Saudi Arabia, coming up fast. What's the mood like in the McLaren camp heading to Jeddah?
Well, Piastri's obviously buzzing, riding that wave from Bahrain. He said he's very happy approaching Jeddah with a lot of confidence.
And he's got good memories there too, right? From F2?
Yeah, double podium back in his F2 days. So, yeah, positive vibes from him, determined to keep the momentum going.
Makes sense. And Norris, what's his take? Probably a bit more measured.
A little, yeah. Understandable. He said he's excited for Jeddah, calls it a really fast circuit. He acknowledges they do have a quick car.
So he knows the potential is there.
Right. And he mentioned wanting to finish this triple header strongly and talked about the team debrief. So they're clearly working hard behind the scenes to figure things out.
That focus on the debriefing suggests they are really digging into the data, trying to solve his handling issues.
No doubt. Even with the Bahrain struggles, he sees the underlying pace. And Jeddah itself, very different track.
Super fast, lots of walls.
Exactly. Opportunities to overtake, as one piece mentioned, and a softer tire range this year compared to before. That could mix things up.
Andrea Stella highlighted those points too, didn't he? The speed, the tires, maybe the faster flowing layout suits one style better, or maybe it helps with the issues Norris has had.
Could go either way. The softer tires also bring strategy into play, tire management. Who can make them last? That could be a deciding factor between the two of them.
Okay, so let's pull back for the bigger picture then. All these points we've discussed.
Yeah.
Does this mean Oscar Piastri is now like a genuine title favorite?
Well, his stats are undeniable, aren't they? Leading wins, leading poles. That Bahrain win was dominant. He's definitely put himself in the conversation.
Strong case for sure.
But it's a long season. Consistency across all kinds of tracks is the key. But yeah, based on right now, he's absolutely a contender.
And Norris, can he bounce back? Can he find that connection with the MCL39 again?
I think so. The talent's obviously there. And the fact he's so open about the struggles shows he wants to fix it. The team's backing him. They're digging into it. If they can unlock the setup for him,
he'll be right back up there.
No question. He'll be at the sharp end.
Which then raises that tricky question for McLaren. Managing this internal battle, if it stays this close, could we see team orders later on?
That's always possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right now, you let them race. But if they're truly fighting for the championship and one driver has a clear edge later in the year,
they might have to make that call to maximize points.
They might. It's never popular, especially with the drivers, but sometimes it's seen as necessary for the team's goal. A tough balancing act.
And of course, we can't count out the others. Verstappen, Red Bull, Ferrari are bringing updates apparently, Mercedes trying to close the gap.
Never stand still in F1. The development race is relentless. Red Bull and Ferrari will be pushing like mad. Mercedes too. Jeddah will give us another clue about who's made gains.
Yeah, see if McLaren can hold on to this edge.
Exactly.
So, all right, F1 Blogs viewers, as you can tell, it's getting properly interesting this season. This McLaren dynamic is fascinating, alongside the whole championship picture.
Piastri's got the momentum, that's clear, but Norris is proven, and he's digging deep to get comfortable again.
Jeddah feels pretty crucial, doesn't it, to see if Piastri keeps this run going and if Norris starts to feel more at home in the car.
Definitely. So what stands out most to you from all this? Were you surprised Norris was quite so candid about his struggles?
He was quite striking, yeah, very honest.
And what about those team orders? Think McLaren will need them eventually. It really makes you think, doesn't it, how much the mental side, that feeling of being one with the car, affects performance at this level.
It's huge. For anyone wanting to dig even deeper, maybe go back. Watch the onboards from Bahrain. Compare Piastri and Norris. See how they're handling the car.
Good idea. And keep an eye out for any technical analysis that comes out post-race. Might give more clues about the MCL39's characteristics.
Absolutely.
So to wrap up, these early races have really set up a compelling story, especially inside McLaren. It's a great look at that driver-machine connection and the challenge of staying at the top. Jeddah is going to be another key chapter.
Couldn't agree more. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this deep dive here on F1 Blogs. If you enjoyed the analysis and you want more F1 insights, please do subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. We'll be back after Saudi Arabia to break it all down again.
Looking forward to it. Thanks again for watching.